Please be seated. Thank you, Keith and the concert band. Good morning and welcome. Welcome members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, parents and extended family members of 8th and 9th graders being honored in this ceremony this morning. Welcome friends of Renbrook School and friends of those 8th and 9th graders, especially all the young alumni who journeyed back for this event. Thank you for caring enough about your school and your graduating friends to attend. Welcome to other Renbrook students and parents who came out on this near-perfect Thursday morning to support these students. And welcome to any other community members who cared enough to venture over to our campus to join us today. Welcome all to the 81st commencement ceremony of Renbrook School. In the life of the school and in the life of those being honored today, this is an hour of great importance and great celebration, and one that will certainly be worthy of your time. I promise you that. Before we get started into the formal program, though, I would like to remind everyone, please, to turn off your cell phones and position yourself so that the cameras associated with the West Hartford Community Television can get clear access to each graduate's experience. Additionally, photos from today's ceremonies will be posted and available on the school's Flickr page by noon tomorrow. I would also like to thank the people who have made this event possible today, from the 8th and 9th grade coordinators to Lisa Terwilliger and Jennifer Caswell, to the entire maintenance staff, all of whom care deeply that this ceremony is something that the school and the honorees will be proud of. Again, welcome. I would like to invite, first off, Emmy Jengris and Cal McCandless to the podium. There are two speakers chosen to represent their class in sharing some farewell thoughts with you. Emmy and Cal.
Hello and good morning. My name is Emmy Jengris.
And my name is Cal McCandless.
And we are here representing the 2017 graduating 9th grade class.
We are all extremely fortunate to have spent our last year as members of Renbrook's 9th grade program with each other. The memories that we have formed will stick with us for a lifetime.
Our memories at Renbrook trace further back than just this year. One member of our grade arrived on campus for the first time when he was only 3 years old and worked his way up the grades until this year's graduation. All alone in the 3-day threes, we are not sure how Christopher could have possibly gotten by without any of us.
Arriving in the junior kindergarten was Andrew Gingold, followed by Christian Yoon, Catherine Rutledge, and Catherine Cunha in kindergarten.
In junior kindergarten and kindergarten, these 5 scholars spent their time in the Early Learning Center playing music and spending lots of time outside with other classmates and their older 9th grade buddies. As beginners, I am sure they all looked up to their 9th grade buddies with both admiration and wonder. It has come full circle for us now, as we have been fortunate enough to be on the flip side, mentoring and helping shape the positive disposition towards school of these adorable Renbrook beginners.
Arriving in 1st grade was Malala Pazoki and myself, and soon after came Anthony and Ashley in 2nd grade. We spent our 1st and 2nd grade days here learning about nature and exploring the beautiful campus that you all see every morning. We sent Flat Stanley to our relatives and read plenty of books.
Ready to take on a new building on campus, we worked our way down the hill. Sydney Chang arrived in 3rd grade, and I joined the class in 4th grade. We took on Wordly Wise Exercise E, which I think we can all agree is still the most challenging exercise out there.
The last of the 13 of us joined Renbrook in the 6th and 7th grades, respectively. Eamon Moylan and Ella Kalicki helped to complete our class when they joined. In the 6th and 7th grade, we bonded over our heifer projects, Camp Jewel, and even more lasting memories in our Washington, D.C. trip in 8th grade.
Our last memory together as an 8th grade class, sitting in those very seats, just 1 year ago, the 13 of us who sat wondering what we could accomplish as individuals and as a 9th grade class the following year. As I stand here today, I know my classmates would agree that we had an unforgettable year. Some good times, and yes, even some moments we might prefer to put behind us, but without a doubt, each moment of this year, we have learned from our experiences and will always remember them.
There are many pieces of advice that we would love to give to our grade and the rising 9th grade, so finding one message that we would like to leave is kind of difficult. Without a doubt, the first message that came to our minds while writing the speech was to encourage everyone to be kind, as Mr. Baker would always tell us. Do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. There is nothing that you can't get without kindness, and taking risks in school can only make you stronger.
To the graduating 8th and 9th graders, wherever you are next year, take risks in the classroom, in your athletic endeavors, and stand up and be a leader. Do not be afraid. Take what we've all learned from our Renbrook experience. Take risks. Embrace challenge, and more than anything else, be kind. To the rising 9th grade, make your year count. Be a group that will be remembered, and do not take your last year at this amazing school for granted. Be helpful to the community and to each other. This last and final year at Renbrook is an absolute bonus, so be your best self and your year will be the best ever.
The last thank you we would like to give is to our families for always being there for us, the faculty and staff at Renbrook for always believing in us, and the amazing community we have at this wonderful school. Thank you.
The next two students invited to the podium are Ella Kalicki and Eamon Moylan, who have been chosen by their classmates to present the 9th grade class gift. Eamon and Ella.
Hello, my name is Eamon Moylan.
And my name is Ella Kalicki, and we were chosen to present the class gift. On behalf of the 9th grade class of 2017, we would like to thank everyone who helped us raise money and contributed to the gift.
The lectern we currently use in Stedman is outdated, so we have decided to purchase this new lectern, which includes an LCD screen on the front. The screen can be used to display titles or images. The class of 2017 believes that the LCD screen will allow the speaker to engage with the audience more during presentations. This year, our class was involved in a lot of public speaking. And with this new lectern, we feel that speakers will have more options available to express their creativity.
In addition, with the remainder of the money that we have raised, our class has requested for the construction of a new water fountain. The new fountain will be a hydration station, which is a fountain outfitted with a spout to fill water bottles, and will replace the water fountain currently located outside of the Mass Center. The current water fountain was built for smaller children and is so low to the ground that it is not ideal for upper school students. The hydration station will help reduce water waste and also encourage the use of environmentally friendly water containers instead of disposable cups and bottles.
We hope that both the lectern and the new water fountain will be beneficial to everyone in the Renbrook community for years to come. Thank you.
The next two students invited to the podium are Sam Quigley and Nicole Remenda. We are reminded that when September arrives next fall, some of our 8th graders will return to Renbrook, and others will strike out on their own for the next step in their life's journey. We know that their friendships and their shared connections to each other and to Renbrook will be lasting. As a symbol of this, I'm asking Sam and Nicole to come up for a minute.
Good morning. My name is Sam Quigley, and I'm the current Student Council President of the 8th grade. I hope you've all had fun so far today, despite the fact that the sun is cooking us alive. Most people start these farewell speeches talking about the beginning. The first day, the first friends, all the firsts. You get the gist. To be honest, I can't really tell all of you about my first day at Renbrook, mostly because it was so long ago that I can't even remember it. Well, I do remember one thing, which was that the doorways in the kindergarten hallway were really thin. I know this because every day there was some classmate of mine along with one or both parents, hugging in the previously mentioned doorway, the kid crying, the parent trying to push the kid into the classroom, and me trying to slowly inch myself into the room because I was late for the morning classroom meeting. I have to say that I was probably that kid crying in the doorway a couple of times, but this may seem obvious, but every single kid here has matured since then. I no longer see the students who are begging to stay in their comfort zones, but I see independent, yet resourceful, peers who are willing to learn and discover things they never imagined learning about in middle school. We have done so much together, from taking a virtual tour of the Oregon Trail in 3rd grade to stargazing at Camp Jewel in 7th. I've loved the time that I've spent at Renbrook, and it will be bittersweet to see my time in this community, which I've taken for granted for so long, come to an end.
Hello, my name is Nicole Remenda, and I joined Renbrook in 4th grade. Upon arriving to my new school, I was immediately struck at how smart, talented, athletic, outgoing, and friendly my new classmates were. Over the years, we were fortunate to welcome many new students with their own great talents. Throughout our time at Renbrook, the 8th graders have not only built tight bonds within our class, but with other students in other grades, and of course, with our teachers. There's a great proverb that is shared with Renbrook musical students each year that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I love this message because it not only inspires the cast and crew to put on a great show, but it also reflects the strength and unity of our 8th grade class. Because we have worked so well together, I think that we will be remembered as a strong force in the classroom, on the sports field, in our music groups, and beyond. From our 5th grade Colonial Day, 6th grade Heifer Project, and Greek play, in which we wrote and performed a very memorable play, to our 8th grade class trip and recent Civil War Day, our class gave it our all. We will always remember getting up very early one November morning to board our buses bound for Washington, D.C. You see, many of us did not get much sleep the night before since we stayed up extremely late watching the election results. It was quite the time to visit the city, and our time together was very special. We were thrilled to visit the beautiful Capitol, the Lincoln Memorial lit up at night, and meeting with a former cabinet member. We were also very moved as we learned more about our great country's history, watching the changing of the guards at Arlington Cemetery, and spending time at the war memorials. Lastly, we had a fantastic time riding the 180-foot-tall Ferris wheel at National Harbor and enjoying the breathtaking views before heading back to our second home we call Renbrook. From these experiences, we have not only grown as individuals, but have created amazing memories together.
To the rising 9th grade class of 2018, before I get into any of the sad, mushy stuff, I would like to mention that I will most definitely rub it into all of your faces that I'm going to a big boy school next year and have responsibilities. Whatever those are, Mom. But on that note, I would like to thank you in advance. I would like to thank you for the things you will do in the next year, such as showing the now rising 6th, 7th, and 8th graders how to contribute to the community. I would like to thank you for showing them how to persevere and be fair, just, and moral. I would like to thank you for being the role models and the leaders of this school. Most people start to wrap up farewell speeches by wishing the people who are leaving or being left good luck. I'm not even sure if I have to do that because I'm so confident that this group in front of me will go on to do great things. None of us will forget our time here, and we will always look back on it fondly.
To my departing classmates, our time together has flown by, but we have created memories together that will last a lifetime. Next year's 9th grade class and I wish you happiness and success in your journey ahead, and we will miss you dearly. And to my fellow rising 9th graders, I can't wait to see how we step up as the new leaders of the school. We're going to have the best year ever visiting Quebec, planning dances, designing the yearbook, running morning meeting, and much, much more. Together, Hawks, let's take flight and make next year one that Renbrook will always remember. On behalf of our class, Sam and I would like to thank our incredible Renbrook teachers, administrators, and staff. We will never forget the work you have done to help us make us who we are today.
Sam, that was terrific. Nicole, thank you. Mark Beck will address the rising ninth graders, and Kara Ashley, Dean of Students, will present the emblems.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you all. What a glorious day. To our rising ninth grade class of 2018, you will be the leadership group at Renbrook next year. You will lead the creation of our yearbook. You will lead student council. You will be the stars on the field, on the stage, and in the classrooms. And many of you will achieve honors distinctions in these areas. Your strengths and talents will influence the quality of life in the upper school. You will miss your classmates who are graduating, but you will keep in touch with your friends, and you will form new friendships here at Renbrook. All of you will grow in many ways, and some of you will change incredibly during your final year with us. Your teachers are excited to see what you'll make of next year, and we all look forward to welcoming you back in the fall as our new senior class. Rising ninth graders, when I call your name, please come up to receive your emblems. Aubrey Barnes. Eric Cipiella. William Cleary. Hermione Dixon. Nina Ebanks. Jack Fletcher. Max Kanamora. Teddy Keegan. Anastasia Kinsley. Claire Lovis. Nicole Remenda. Maddie Thiessen. Huck Whittemore. And Chris Yee. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you our rising ninth grade. Thank you.
Go sit down. You're all right. Look a little scared over there. The two most coveted moments of recognition for a teacher come from a gesture of affirmation from a colleague and a gesture of affirmation from one's students. Each year, the graduating ninth grade group is invited to select a faculty member of import to them to speak at this ceremony. That invitation is a high compliment. This year's graduating ninth grade class invitee is Jackie Nikio, Upper School History Department Chair and ninth grade coordinator. And I'd like to invite Jackie to the podium.
Good morning, parents, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, soon-to-be graduates of Renbrook School. It is my pleasure to stand before you on this beautiful morning as your 2017 faculty commencement speaker. In school, you're taught a lesson, then given a test. But in life, you're given a test that teaches you a lesson. Like a butterfly, each of you have experienced different phases in your academia tenure while here at Renbrook. Just like the cycle of the butterfly, you will go through different stages before you gain the ability to fly off into the unknown to achieve your goals. The first procedure is centered around the egg. As your teachers, parents, and administrators, none of us could have predicted any of the obstacles you would have faced or any of the triumphs you would experience as we observed you navigate through your years here at Renbrook. Each of you with your own navigation instrument of choice. However, we all without a doubt were able to envision you at this very moment here at your commencement from this fine institution. For some of you, the first stage began when you entered the beginning school, now known as our Early Learning Center, where your yokes were filled with laughter and playful banter as you learned through exploration. For some of you, not quite ready to move on to the next stage, you then entered the Nelson Building. Then not too long after that, the 4th and 5th grade hallway in the Stedman Building. Once there, you started to experience more independence and relied less on your teachers to get from location to location. At this point, you began to learn more about who you are and some of your strengths, and even a glimpse into some of the areas you may not feel as strong in. Finally, you transitioned to the upper school, where a whole new world became available to you. You each transformed into young, hungry caterpillars and began to consume all of the knowledge and experiences presented to you from being leaders in the classroom, on our athletic teams, in your individual grades, as you took risks with hopes of becoming class officers. You were leaders on the yearbook, on the stage in the musical theater performances, and in our instrumental and choral music programs, respectively. Your consumption during all these experiences helped you transform into a chrysalis. At this stage, you are changing constantly to prepare yourself for the final stage, which is what I will refer to as the young adult butterfly, now prepared to leave us today. At the end of this ceremony, you will each leave this 75-acre campus flapping your beautiful young adult wings. Your next stop will not be your final destination as you explore the ever-changing landscape during what remains of your academia journey. You will experience the metamorphosis all over again. Witnessing your transformation has been one of the greatest pleasures as an educator. Although letting go is often difficult, your teachers, parents, coaches, and even your friends know it is one of the most critical part of your transformation so that you can continue to experience even more growth. The change you're about to experience comes in the form of many different things for each of you. This change is filled with excitement and maybe even a little fear, but that is okay. The change may be difficult at first, but that's okay. It may get a little messy in the middle, but that's okay too. Because in the end, what you will have will be something that turns out absolutely beautiful. You're each embarking on this wonderful point in your lives where you each will become authors of your own stories. There are going to be times where you will need to reverse your flight path or hover over your choices in order to revise which path you will ultimately take to become the best you in the end. If nothing else, remember, as you are writing your stories and sketching out your maps, live your life with as few regrets as possible. Continue to take those appropriate risks we always encourage you to take during your time here on the mountain. Don't ever be afraid to lean into discomfort. Situations which may be a little uncomfortable in the beginning is okay, because without a little discomfort, you deny yourself the opportunity to grow. This is the point where your intellectual acuity will be at its height, so be fearless in your pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Because once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Thank you.
I wasn't going to introduce Keith and the concert band because they're next on the program, but I would be remiss if I didn't, because this is the world premiere of this configuration of the band, because the graduates are not in the band today and the sixth graders have ably stepped in to play their roles. So you're in a priceless ticket today to hear the world premiere of this band. Your belief becomes your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. Mahatma Gandhi. In writing a letter to the University of Alabama students during the riots over the enrollment of an African American in the 1960s, William Faulkner wrote, "I have found that the greatest help in meeting any problem with decency and self-respect, and whatever courage is demanded, is to know where you yourself stand, that is to have in words what you believe and are acting from. I have chosen this quote from Faulkner as the inspiration and springboard for my few remarks today. And for a couple of moments this morning, prior to passing out diplomas and recognize the accomplishments of the class of 2017, I'd like to touch on a topic that I think has meant a lot to you graduates, even though you might in part take it for granted. And it will mean even more to you in the future as you move into high school, college, and the adult life beyond. And that topic is the powerful and positive connection, when done with insight and conviction, between thoughts, words, and actions. When I began a couple of months ago to collect my comments for this graduation talk, I could not get out of my mind this fall's presidential election and the realization that by next national election cycle, most of you will be coming out as first-time voters in such a grand theater. It seems a rather significant marking point in your development that your country's government will acknowledge that your body of experience and wisdom will qualify you to speak and be heard and be recognized on a national front on a major phenomenon like a presidential election. Your thoughts, your words, your actions will in this one voting moment assume new power and new impact. And then I thought, in a way, yeah, it is a significant moment being able to have you to consider a complex topic of importance and then apply your thoughts, words, and actions toward a desired outcome. But in a way, I also thought it may not be that unique or significant as I first thought. All along as children, first, and then as young adults, for these past years, you have gained experience and become well-versed or more than a few subjects. Most notably, how you feel at any given moment, how you think about an action, a circumstance, or a person. You have been connecting thoughts, words, and actions now for years, both in your classroom and outside. In fact, Renbrook students in my brief tenure at the school have not been particularly short or shy when it comes to expressing opinions. My shared experience with you and other Renbrook students is that you have come before you. It's actually much less than 18, it's probably 14, not the voting age, to develop a conscience and a core set of values. You have come to peace with what is right and what is true and what is wrong and what is false. And my guess is that in most of life's challenges that have been thrown your way to date, especially since you have entered 8th or 9th grade, you have seen with considerable clarity the path that you know is correct to follow. Even in those occasional moments where life's mysteries, ambiguities, or temptations seem ubiquitous and a bit overwhelming, and on occasion where peer pressure seems more real and negative than you had hoped for or prepared for, your intuition has consistently guided you well. Being able to think with clarity, to sort out the important from the unimportant, is the foundation that makes possible this powerful relationship between thoughts, words, and actions. And this emphasis on the cultivation of the mind, both through your Renbrook experience and in your various personal set of experiences outside of Renbrook, has put you in an enviable position in terms of the ability to reason for literally the rest of your life. That being said about the importance of the relationship of thought, speech, and action, the second of my comments relates to the speech and action components of the triad. And in this case, I mostly defer to the wisdom or my interpretation of the wisdom of Faulkner. The ability to resolve and to sort through what matters most to you, to discover and rediscover what is worth speaking to, worth writing about, and worth acting on behalf of, is truly one of the great privileges of our country and your life. Whether it is voting in a national election, taking a stand on an issue in a more personal or local venue, or articulating a feeling or an idea to another in a social context, the freedom to speak, to write, and to act according to your beliefs is the rarest of gifts, and that one that you will even appreciate more in the years ahead. Standing up for yourself, for what you believe, is fundamental to developing your whole being and completing, at least for the moment, who you really are. And although I am sure that there have certainly been moments in your life when taking a stand in a difficult situation was the order of the day, the number of those moments and the issues that require an opinion and perhaps some action only seem to grow as you move it from this school into high school, college, adulthood, and perhaps eventually even parenthood. Standing up for another, a friend, a family member, a community member, your country, or your cause, standing up when it both really matters and it's really difficult, is a responsibility and a privilege that you have been preparing yourself for every day of your life to date. Those instances where your education and your character are called together in an important moment of crises, those are the moments that help define you, and when handled well, become the pillars of your self-esteem. The relationship between words, speech, and actions works both ways, and in some manner, that is the beauty of that relationship. On the one hand, formulating your ideas and speaking your mind, as Winston Churchill suggests, is a step towards taking a stand. He says, if you have an important point to make, don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver. Hit the point once, then come back and hit it again, then hit it a third time with a tremendous whack. Acting in accordance with all that you think and speak, though, is an important third step. And as it turns out, in most cases, it is those actions that one does over the course of a lifetime that continue to add credibility to each next time one speaks. As graduates of Renbrook, perhaps you of all people know and appreciate the value of having relationships with others who consistently act according to their principles. In so many ways and so many times over the years, you have learned from and benefited from your parents, who both raised you in accordance with and lead lives that exemplify what they believe and think is important. In your world of school, over the years, my hope is that you have interacted with adult teachers, coaches, and staff who lead lives and act in congruency with what they say and they believe. Certainly, as you have grown up, you have come to appreciate peers who do and say what they believe and find that consistent company both comforting and inspirational. Coming upon you soon is the moment, without necessarily the direct and daily role of parents and a different relationship with teachers, when you will be put to the test every day. And it is a powerful cycle: thoughts, words, and actions. Thinking deeply about how you feel, then speaking, writing, and acting in accordance with those thoughts, that soon becomes the defining habit that takes over your life and defines you as you move into adulthood. The best moment of my part of this ceremony is to be able to say one more time to your collective face, to the class of 2017, and to those 8th graders also moving on this morning, the class of 2018, that given your demonstrated sense of purpose and character in leading productive and honorable lives while at Renbrook, I have great confidence that you will live as thoughtful citizens who think, speak, and act according to your values, and that in doing so, you will do both yourself proud and make the world a better place. Thank you. I wrote a poem for the 9th grade class. So I'm reading my poem to you now in honor of you. It's called The First Round. I have watched throughout these long winter months and in the spring when tempests storm, people getting tapped for new positions and posts and all-star teams being formed. Whether it was the NFL draft or the Supreme Court process or our president's cabinet being picked, making those choices, parting wheat from the chaff, takes skill. It's easy to be tricked. Getting the best folks together to model what's right and to lead, putting the stars in place sets the tone for the race. It's what all great organizations need. So this morning, I'm announcing a draft of my own. And the folks chosen in my first round, if I were to start a school from scratch today, here's who I'd want around. I'd take Sydney for sure. She's resilient and mature. I've seen her lead on the field with her play. She's a hero behind the scenes in what she chooses to do while listening to music all day. Catherine Kuhn is a no-brainer pick if courage matters to one. She pursues goals with tenacity and strength. Have you seen her photos and paintings of Renbrook? To get it right, Catherine's gone to great length. Emmy's on the roster, determined and friendly. Her voice now so clear and pure. With her sports and her yearbook backgrounds to show, she's a must include, that's for sure. A school needs scholars, athletes, and artists. Those are logical places to start. But my school needs people who care for each other, who are kind. A school needs a heart. So my draft picks reflect a wide range of gifts. They can write, draw, tumble, and play. They can sing, act, and dance, build robots too. They can work through equations all day. They can do all these things, do them well, it's been shown. By my group was selected based on character alone. Did I mention that I'm drafting Andrew? He's a force for good that we need. Between baseball and squash and a blast from his brass, he's an oak now grown strong from a seed. Can't have a great team without Chris, that's for sure. He's too talented to leave behind. Between hockey and music, he's a DJ, you know. Earnest, ambitious, and kind. Ella Kalicki can dance with the best. Her ballet sets her apart from the crowd, but her character, eloquence in writing and thinking made her a pick for which I am proud. Selecting the team to begin a new school is proving great fun at this stage. I know I need kids who will model the traits that are prized and valued at this age. I need ethical students and curious ones, self-aware and resilient too. This team needs collaboration and bold innovation and resourcefulness to solve what we do. For my new school, I need students interested in others who know how to visit and host. I could use people who get along with each other. That's actually what I need the most. So drafting a guy like Cal makes sense. He can set the beat or follow it well. Beyond his drumming and his proven printmaking, he can make any combo gel. Eamon's on the team, confident and secure. Whether the field, the court, or the stage, he's pushed himself hard. Remember Mufasa? He's a leader now well past his age. Malayla's on board, resilient, a beacon of hope. Her dancing and singing, she's wed. Polite, helpful, and friendly, Malayla's a joy. She's got a bright future ahead. Catherine cartwheels in. Did you expect less? She's motion and balance so pure. Between soccer, gymnastics, and her work with young kids, Catherine's place on my team is secure. Christian is witty and charming. He's curious too. He's a natural word of the day czar, but he found his true calling in musical theater in the characters of Dewey and Scar. Anthony and his snowboard are seldom apart. He's found on the slopes above. He's strong on the mountain, that's easy to see, but family is Tony's first love. The yearbook cover is Ashley's gift. It was her design from the start. When you go looking for Ashley's happy place, begin the search first in the art. Within my team are experiences galore. They have tried everything under the sun. They have traveled the globe, and they have served others. There is little that they have not done. Young people are busy all the time these days, so it's not so much the doing that lands them on my team. It's the maturing and reflecting throughout all their interaction that makes this group a dream. To the 13th, 9th graders at Renbrook this year, first rounders, for sure, take a bow. On behalf of the teachers who share time with you, I offer this poem and I thank you now. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Jeff Verney, Board Chair, is joining Marek and me on the elevated patio now to congratulate each graduate. At Renbrook, as at many independent day schools, trustees and former trustees are also invited forward now to present diplomas to their own children who are graduating. Students from the class of 2017 who have been at Renbrook since either preschool, JK, or K will be presented with a teddy bear to commemorate their longevity at Renbrook. Additionally, it is also a Renbrook tradition for the Alumni Association to present each graduate with a memento of their years spent with us. It is our hope that these paperweights, etched with the astrolabe, will continue to remind our graduates of their finest moments at Renbrook and will bring them back as alums on countless occasions in the future. Carolyn Tribble-Hudkins, class of 91, co-chair of the Alumni Executive Committee, will present the paperweights. Showtime.
Megana Anamanini. Zachary Arian. Amelie Esther Beck. August James Berkless. Hee Soo Chung. Declan Dominic Coyle. M. Caholan Diodabo II. Catherine Maureen Daniels. Sabrina Elizabeth DeGraw. Sloan Lily Duval. Benjamin Allen Ferreira. Isabella Ann Ferreira. Evan Davis Farrar. Henry Atchison Turner Furneaux. Catherine Satori Avenel Stidolf Gifford. Emily Jade Goodwin. Tyler Diedrich Gordon. Rebecca Kim Griffin. L. Juliana Haymond. Grace Connor Hennessy. Amy Dorothea John Terry. Benjamin Gordon Johnson. Adam Lee Joseph. Emma Lee Kane. Henry McPherson Katkovich. Grace Elizabeth Cracky. Ethan John LaValle. Petra Mimi Lida. Matthew Amando Leopold. Sabrina Liu. Rosalie Elizabeth Lyons. Julia Alessandra Manafort. James Henry Manderlink. Grace Ward Murphy. Declan Murphy Zink. Adam Daniel Na. Augustus Cannon Quigley. Samuel Minton Quigley. Pierce Alexander Quinn. Thomas Atwood Robinson. Colin Agustin Ruiz. Alyssa Ann Scapitici. Samuel Alexander Scher. Ava Louise Schwartz. Jacob Benjamin Schwartz. Grayson Beatrice Shaw. Samuel Robert Smith. Rich Soong. Mary Dennett Starrett. Isaias Ellis Wooden. Congratulations. And now for the presentation of diplomas. Sydney Hannah Chang. Catherine S. Cunha. Emmy Ryder Gengras. Andrew Howe Gingold. Christopher James Hosevar, Jr. Ella Ann Kulicki. Cal Alexander McCandless. Eamon Joseph Moylan. Malayla Ashley Pizzoki. Catherine Molly Rutledge. Christian Emmanuel Yoon. Anthony Mario Zayers. Ashley May Zayers. We are proud to present to you the class of 2017.
think we're at the point in the program where I'm going to invite Chris Hossover to come up and ring the bell. I don't know if he's ringing it for the start of revelry or the end of the school year. Chris, I know you'll do the right thing with that. Chris, with enthusiasm. Hey, perfect, perfect. This is the time in the program where I'm going to introduce Jane Sitzart and the Renaissance Choir. Thank you all for remaining in your seats until the graduates have recessed. We hope that you will join us for refreshments in Stedman Auditorium after the recessional. Faculty members will be standing on the far side of the room next to the windows so you can find them easily if you want to say goodbye. Again, thanks for coming out this morning. Congratulations to the graduates of both classes and to all those who contributed to this eventful and joyous year. I close now this ceremony with the traditional Renbrook commencement. Good wishes to our graduates. May the spirit of Renbrook stay with you as you leave us and be of value to you when you need it most. May what you have learned here, the good and decent lives you have witnessed here, the commitment and the dedication you have enjoyed here, and the values that you have absorbed here go with you in your life's journey. And most important, May you give back to society in some way, someday, something of equal value to another generation. Congratulations again, graduates.